Hello, I'm Ollie and this is Criminally, where I talk about crime, pop, horror, that kind of thing. Today, trash again. I'm going to do what I think might be the final book haul of GarbAugust. So this will only be a short video. I've got 6 books in front of me here to talk about. So as I said in Ask Criminally the other day, I bought a ridiculous number of books for GarbAugust. Far more than I'll be able to read in August, and I need to rein myself in a bit because my bookshelves are, my book boxes are overflowing again. I think I'm going to do a bit of an unhaul at some point, although I'll probably get rid of mostly non-trashy books because I do love the trashy ones. But yeah, I need to try and stop buying more books. So I'm going to try to resist the urge to buy trash, given I've got more than enough to read in GarbAugust already. But I have these last 6 that have come in that I thought I would share with you today. So let's go through them. So the first one is The Piercing by John Coyne. So this was recommended to me by John Doe, who's a subscriber, who said that the series. So I did a review of The Searing, and he said that this book by John Coyne was even better. I really enjoyed the series, nuts as it was. It's got a fantastically trashy cover. So yes, looking forward to reading this one at some point. Let me read you the blurb on the back. A beautiful, innocent young girl acts out the final agony of Christ, but this is no charade. From her head, hands, feet and side pours her own blood. Witnessing this agonising phenomenon is Father Stephen Kinsella, a young Catholic priest whose faith is already unsteady. Is the girl divine or damned? So that sounds entertaining and definitely trashy. Next up we have The Bride by Vonda and McIntyre, which is a novelization of the very trashy and not very good Sting movie, where basically a remake of Bride of Frankenstein. So I saw this on a couple of people's channels and couldn't resist getting a copy of it myself. Michael K. Vaughan has gone one better. He's managed to get a signed copy, which is quite something. So I don't know what this book is going to be like. I have seen the film, but like when it came out, so I don't remember much about it. So I may need to rewatch the movie as well, and see. But I do like. I do have a fondness for singers in films not acting very well, and Sting is certainly someone who managed to do that. Okay, next up, 2 books from the Witches series, which are very trashy. So this is a series of books from the 80s about witch hunters in England in the kind of Civil War period. I've read the first one, and I'm trying to pick up copies of them as I go if I see them cheaply. So they do often get advertised for silly money on eBay and places like that. So I managed to pick up both of these for a pretty reasonable price, and I will continue to do so as and when they crop up, because they are, the first one certainly was actually pretty good. So anyway, we've got book 4, The Escape by James Darke. James Darke, as is often the case with trashy books, is a pseudonym. I can't remember what his real name was. And book 6, The Killing. So I'm not sure how many there are in the series. I think there's like a dozen or so. So yeah, I need to pick the rest of those up. Okay, and then finally 2 books I got together in a lot from eBay. One of which I really, really wanted, and the other which I didn't want at all, but which does look very trashy. So the one I wanted I'll save for last, but effectively it was a book that was shared on my Discord by a subscriber, Mr. Roy, who's also got his own channel now, A Yard of Books, which is excellent and you should have a look at. And I was searching for it and managed to find this really cheap bundle of two trashy books on eBay. So bought it for the one I wanted, but I'm going to have to make sure I hold this book correctly because it does feature nipples. So I'm going to try and cover the nipples. So this is the one I didn't want, which is How About This Way by Stephen John, which looks like a bawdy comic novel, of which there were many in the 70s in the UK certainly. Let me read you the. Well, actually, I won't read you the blurb, but by the sound of it, it's about an artist or art dealer, rather, in Greece, or who's holidaying in Greece or somewhere like that, and who gets together with various attractive women through the course of the book, and is also trying to dodge some criminals and things like that. By the sound of it, actually, let me read you the back, a bit of the back, because it is very trashy. Obsessively pursuing the gorgeous Southern belle Amanda Jones, whose incredible innocence is ultimately no more protection than her micro bikini, Albert becomes the prey of an international gang of art thieves, ineptly bent on plundering his host's art collection. So yes, it does sound very silly and quite trashy. Whether or not I ever read it is another matter. We shall see. Okay, so on to the main event then. So this is the book I was trying to get, which is Witch by Jane Harman, which is a New English Library book. So I've said before on the channel that New English Library, published a ton of books which were cashing in on public concerns about, about current events. And this one very clearly is cashing in on public concerns about feminism and the feminist movement. So Jane Harman is a pseudonym. It was actually written by Terry Harknett, who also, as George E. Gilman, wrote the Edge books, which I've talked about on the channel a lot. I don't know if you can see it on the cover there, but which stands for We Intend to Create Havoc. And let me read you their manifesto on the back, which is pretty fantastic. So the 9 principles of the Witch Creed. 1. We intend to gain equality. 2. We intend to shed our chains. 3. We intend to fight for right. 4. We intend to unite women in a common cause. 5. We intend to lose our man-created image. 6. We intend to change the law. 7. We intend to reveal our power. 8. We intend to win. 9. We intend to create havoc. And then the blurb continues. Hordes of bare-breasted, shaven-headed girls on motorcycles roar into Southend, bank holiday style. Cities everywhere are saturated with strip clubs for girls where titillating males peel off their drag. Havoc, pure havoc, created by leather-clad, hate-filled witches. So this definitely seems like the most sexist book ever. I'm very intrigued to read it. I do think the cover is phenomenal. So yeah, I may try and squeeze this one into GarbAugust. I have set my TBR already, but it's very short, so I reckon I could probably squeeze this one in. It's only 126 pages, and it does look pretty amazing. Okay, time for a random book from the shelf, something non-trashy. I think non-trashy. I haven't read it. So it's The Silence by Tim Lebon, which was a fairly well-regarded horror novel that was adapted by Netflix into a movie, and this is the not terribly interesting Netflix tie-in adaptation, which I picked up in a charity shop. So yeah, it did get a decent number of good reviews, and I think it's supposed to be pretty good. I think I've heard good reports from people who have read it, so I will no doubt get to it at some point, as I say with so many books. But yeah, if you've read it, do let me know what it's like. So hopefully you enjoyed that maybe final GarbAugust book haul. I haven't got anything else on order at the moment due to come in, which is a first for me over the last couple of months. So yeah, we'll see if I manage to continue to restrain myself for a bit longer. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed seeing those trashy books. Let me know if you've read any of them. And as always, I hope you're safe and well. I hope you're reading good stuff, and I'll speak to you again very soon. Cheerio.